So hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. So I thought we'd do another one of these kind of tier lists because one, they're fun, and two, it's easier to organise your thoughts when you have an actual list that you're looking at. So like obviously the last 8 episodes of The Walking Dead are coming up. I think it's October they're starting in. This month we have Tales of the Walking Dead, which is just going to be absolutely kick-ass based on the trailer. I cannot wait. I hope it gets more than one season. I know it's the 6 episodes for season 1, but there's so much potential with that show. I really hope they go for more seasons. But yeah, with The Walking Dead coming to an end, this is like, is weird, but this is one of the last chances to do a tier list on who you think will survive. I'm usually wrong with predictions anyway. I haven't got a fucking clue, but that's not the point. The point is it's fun. So yeah, when the Tales of the Walking Dead reactions start up, I'll be doing the regular reactions that I do here on YouTube, which is usually about 10 minutes. Try to cap them because, you know, copyright. And then the more extended ones will be going up over on Patreon. They're usually between 25 and 30 minutes. I do the same when The Walking Dead is on air. I do the same when Fear is on air. I have so many videos going on at the moment over on Patreon, and I have so many ending soon as well. So at the moment we're doing reactions to a bunch of old and new. There's like Cobra Kai, X-Files, Star Trek, Jessica Jones, Bridgerton, Riverdale, all that stuff. But I started Miss Marvel reactions the same week I started Obi-Wan reactions, and they're going to be ending the same week. So when I finish them, I'll be starting reactions for Only Murders in the Building and Resident Evil, the Netflix show. So the link to that is down below, the link to my Twitter, my Instagram, all the places you can find me. And yeah, let's do one of the last prediction videos for The Walking Dead. I was going to slap my arms off the chair for emphasis, but there's people sleeping near me right now, so I'm like, let's not be totally extra. And before I start, as always, when it comes to these videos, I'm usually very honest. I don't bullshit. I don't lie about shit. If I forget who someone is, I'll be like, oh my god, can't remember this bitch. That angers people for some reason. Is this lagging? What the fuck is wrong with you, OBS? That always tends to anger people for some reason. You get hit with the holier than thou kind of comments, which always are hilarious to read. But I'm having a quick look at the list and I'm like, right, I'm pretty sure I recognise everybody on this one. Alright, so we're going to start with the most obvious ones. Well, this list says it's who's going to survive by the end of the Walking Dead franchise. Do they mean the Mother Show? Do they mean the... like the Walking Dead? Do they mean the whole thing in general? Why am I acting like this is a test? You can't fail this. It's just opinion. Okay, so 100% survival. I'm going to go ahead and say Judith. I don't think they would have... well, you just never know with this show. I don't know if they give that much foresight, but I don't know if that they would have killed off Coral if they were going to kill off Judith too. Where's RJ? Is RJ on this list somewhere too? I didn't make this list, by the way. This was one of the pre-made ones. I'm not seeing RJ, which is kind of fucking weird. If you're going to put Judith on the list, put RJ on it too. I don't see either of the Grimes kids dying. Especially with the announcement of the Rick and Michonne spin-off. I just reckon that the Grimes family are going to have a big old happy reunion. Is that my optimistic bleeding through where it probably shouldn't be? Maybe. Eugene, I don't know. I'd love him to survive, but like, I like what they've done with his character the last few seasons, that they've given him some kind of purpose, some kind of direction, because I feel like he was just idle for a while. And he's turned into a really good character, like with Father Gabriel. Wasn't all that in love with their characters when they first were introduced, but then like through growing and all the changing shit they had. But that also makes me think that they might kill them, because characters that people have really warmed up to, I could see them just like... For now we'll leave him in, I don't know, we could change it. I can always come back and change. I'm taking this list far too seriously. Virgil. I feel like Virgil's part wasn't really fucking massive in the show. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Up there you go. I have a feeling we're going to have a lot in I don't knows. Yeah, before we move forward as well, things like the Rick and Michonne show, the Daryl show, they were all announced on social media. They were announced forever ago at this point, it feels like now. Along with things like there was Fear the Walking Dead plotlines that were announced online by the official accounts. And I got a comment recently by someone who was incredibly butthurt, being like, you read spoilers or you knew what was going to happen. So apparently not everybody keeps up to date with the social media accounts, but like these things are well known and well out there. So yeah, in regards to the Rick and Michonne show that is happening, it was announced. Maybe he'll pop up in that. If he does pop up in that, I reckon he actually will probably die. Alright, we're moving it down, buddy. Okay, I'm gonna put them side by side. Yumiko and Magna. Ooh. I'm gonna sit them in I don't know. Oh, no. I don't see both of them surviving for sure. They're gonna kill one of them. And it's gonna be dramatic and painful. We'll leave you in I don't know for now. Princess, I could see as probably dying because she came into the show with such like a bang. She came in with a lot. She had mannequins all over the fucking city. She got that pink fluffy jacket. She was a lot. I don't know. I don't see her making it till the end. Those kind of lovable, quirky characters that divide viewers, I reckon will probably be killed off. I'm gonna be real fucking mad if they do. Zeke, I don't know. That's another weird one where it's like such a strong intro, such a strong entrance. They did so much with his character. They had him, you know, pairing off with Carol and then the kid. And then I'm just like, with the storyline they've taken with him recently, I think, is it now he thinks he's in the all clear? I think that's given us false hope and trying to make the viewers become a bit too comfortable with him being okay. I could see Ezekiel dying simply because I know people absolutely adore him. Hello, myself included. And I think if they're going to kill characters, they're either going to kill characters that are like background characters to the point that nobody even notices if they die or not, or they're going to be characters that are incredibly fucking lovable. And I could see Zeke falling into that pattern. Ricky Dicky Doodah is going right up there. We know my guy survives. He has his own show with Michonne. Where is Michonne, by the way? Where are you at? There you are. Okay, so Rick and Michonne are both surviving for sure. They have their own spin-off show planned. Now listen, in regards to the spin-off show, there was a lot of people angry that we're not getting movies. There was a lot of people mad, like, oh my god, we've been cheated. I don't feel that way. I think that with a show or a mini-series, there's more room, there's more breathing room to tell a story. Now, 3 movies would have been... Say you give each movie 2 hours max, which I don't think a Rick Grimes movie would have gotten 2 hours. But give each movie 2 hours. There were supposed to be 3 movies. That's 6 hours for the Rick Grimes movies. If they do a mini-series and they make bump each episode up to an hour and give them 6 episodes, the mini-series or the show, the spin-off show, I don't know if it's a mini-series or a show, the Rick and Michonne show is going to have like at least 6 hours. So it's the same as getting the movies. The only difference is you're going to have week after week in a show format instead of one movie and then 2 years later another movie. I was so excited with the idea of a Rick Grimes movie. I'm not gonna lie. Man, I thought that was just fucking genius. But like with how everything's going nowadays anyway, streaming is kind of the way to go. Spin-off shows, miniseries, whatever you want to call them. TV is massive. It's not what it was like 20 years ago where TV was seen as inferior to cinema and movies and shit. Look at me acting like I fucking know. 20 years ago, I was, 6? I was still picking my nose and watching Spider-Man. I don't know. I think the format will work really well. And then you have... I'm excited. I'm excited. The promo poster got me so pumped I nearly passed out. That's a bit of a exaggeration. There was some drunk tears, though, I'm not going to lie. San Diego Comic-Con night was an experience for me. You throw in Irish cider, high emotions, and The Walking Dead. My God. But I do see them, they're going to survive the main show because they're not coming back. They were smart. They bailed 3 seasons ago so they could outlive the show. But yeah, I see them, regarding their own show, I could see them surviving at least a season or 2, depending on how long that show is going to go for. I don't think they'll kill either of them at the end of everything. At the end of their show, at the end of everything, when that spin-off comes to an end, I don't see them killing them. I want to see them old and grey and in love sitting on a porch somewhere. Is this Strand? Strand, my dude. I'm putting Strand indefinitely gonna die. So we're moving into Fear now. I think Fear the Walking Dead is mixed in with this as well. Fucking duh. Strand is on the list. Coleman is my absolute favourite part of Fear. I think he is incredible. He is such a fantastic actor. That's why I think he's gonna die. Fear, listen, it's been hit or miss. It's been the roller coaster of all fucking roller coasters. It's had highs and it's had lows deeper than the pits of hell. I don't think Coleman's going to stick around for much longer, especially he's getting more movie roles. You know, his role in Euphoria was fucking blew up, it was massive. So I don't see him sticking with Fear much longer, and to be honest, I don't blame him. And then with the story arc he took over the last season of Fear, I'm like, what in the love of fuck? building him up, just to have the big fight, the big blow up at the end result in just dissolving before it ever really took off. That's how I feel about what happened regarding his standoff with Alicia and all that happened. So what more can you do with his character that you haven't done before? Introduce him as this badass, bring him through the trenches of being a villain, redemption, kind of going back. In the beginning, he never really was a villain. He was just a shady-ass motherfucker who did what he had to do for him. And then, you give him the actual villain storyline in this season, and it's like, I don't know what more you can do with him. And I don't think Coleman will stick around much longer. Alicia, how dated is this fucking tier list? Well, she left Fear. But they didn't say what happened, right? She woke up, she was like rolling around the place, passing out every 2 or 3 seconds. She was on the floor more than she was vertical in her last episode of Fear. So it looked really fucking bad for her. But then she woke up and she was totally grand. She was like, oh my god, no, I'm fine. I'm going to walk off into the distance. I took that as, yeah, she's like super dead. This is her heaven. She woke up completely whatever. But then there was people throwing theories around being like, oh my god, she's immune. She's fine. She just healed herself overnight. I know she's amazing, but I don't think that she's that fucking good that she can just simply throw the virus out of her body. I'm just going to say she's definitely going to die. I think that could be it for her. I know they kind of somewhat left the door open, I guess, if they want to pull that shit in 2 or 3 seasons or in a spin-off show. If they want to pull the, she never really died. I mean, did we explicitly show her dying? No, we didn't. And I could see Fear pulling that exact fucking move. Hello, they did it with Madison. Maggie is 100% survival. She's going to make it out of The Walking Dead because she has a spin-off show with Negan. Speaking of which, where's he at? So they're 100% survival for the main show, but they're getting their own spin-off show, which I'm so excited to see. Oh my god. I have had to mute so many words on Twitter so I don't get spoiled because set pictures are just everywhere and I'm like, motherfuckers, chill. So excited for that. I do think it's an odd pairing to give a spin-off to. I wonder how are they going to keep that back and forth between them going before it gets repetitive, before it gets boring. I do not ship them. Never fucking did. I think that is just twisted. But it's a cool idea that you're taking these 2 characters that just really don't like each other and you're going to put them into a brand new situation, brand new city, away from everything. Yeah. When it comes to their show, I could see Maggie finally snapping and killing Negan. So if we're talking about their show, I don't think Negan will get out of that alive. Kelly, I'm going to put an I don't know. Hang on. Where's Connie? There she is. I'm going to say Connie's going to survive. Or she might survive. I think Kelly's going to die. Because you had that whole arc where, Kelly was trying to look for her and she thought she was dead for so long. And then Connie just came back from the dead. She didn't because she wasn't really dead. She just emerged out the cave. Coming out of the cave, she was doing just fine. But I think they're going to pull the old switcheroo and have Kelly be the one die at the end of the show. I'm putting Rosita down here and it makes my soul fucking sad, but the trailer, lads, she was going through it in the trailer. She was hanging off of pipes, she was holding her little baby, crying, she looked stressed, she looked like a woman that had just done enough. She had absolutely done enough and she was like, I'm at my wit's end. I thought, was it last season or the season before, I thought that they were probably going to kill her off and she was going to die and they didn't. I really am worried for her this season though. Actually, hang on. Oh, that's bringing back shit from the trailer. Hang on. Judith, actually, I'm going to bring back down to I don't know. I know I was so hellbent on her surviving, but then I remember in the trailer, wasn't Daryl carrying her or somebody who looked just like her in the trailer for the upcoming episode? And then there was a scene of her and Daryl lying on the floor. Ooh, yeah, we're going to leave her in I don't know. Maybe survival isn't guaranteed. Maybe the plot armor ain't that thick. Jerry, I'm going to put in probably going to die, because again, he's that lovable character that everyone likes. I could see them killing him. Isn't he dead already? Didn't he die already? Did he? Yeah. Wasn't he abandoned in a church? And then it was made really clear that he died. And then they came back in episode 2 later and it was supposed to be this big reveal that he was dead and everyone was like, well, yeah, we knew. Daryl, Babes, has gone up to 100% survival. He has his own spin-off show, which, oh my god, the drama surrounding that show. Whoa. I always say, don't get involved unless you know all the details, because otherwise you are just spreading opinion and misinformation. So that's still kind of my stance on this, but the rundown is Daryl and Carol were supposed to be getting their spin-off show. Something happened. The show is moving production to Europe, I think it is. And apparently Melissa isn't a part of it now anymore, and she looked really, really fucking sad at Comic-Con, because if she's not going to be a part of any upcoming Walking Dead universe, then that would have been her last Comic-Con with Carol. So, that being said, I'm going to go ahead and say if she's not doing the spin-offs, they might kill her off. But hang on, did they already have the finale of The Walking Dead filmed before all the drama happened with the Daryl and Carol show? Because if they already had The Walking Dead filmed, then she has to survive, right? Because at that time it was believed she was still going to do the show with Daryl. Okay, babes, I don't know, honey bunch. Well, yeah, man, there's been so much drama surrounding that show and so many people up in arms and angry on every side that you can think of. I am excited about the fact it's going to be in Europe. Maybe we'll get to see different locations. It's finally we'll get to see somewhere outside of fucking America. I mean, like, when it comes to zombie shows, they kind of tend to always be in the States. So I'm like, yeah, maybe we can get to see somewhere else. Ireland. Gabe, probably gonna die. Yeah, I don't see him surviving. I got a bad feeling. Luke, we haven't even seen in, I want to say, a season. I know, like Heath, his character, Luke, was like in the show, got this really nice introduction, talked about his Stradivarius, was a swell little man, and then just fucking disappeared. I think we've seen him a few times in background shots and shit, but like, I know the actor had to do Fantastic Beasts, so it makes sense. Would they just like push him back to the foreground of the show just to kill him? Probably. So if he does get a surge in screen time in the upcoming episodes because he's been like AWOL for the last season, yeah, I could see him dying. I don't know where that train of thought was going, but fucking skip the train of thought and go straight to death. Daniel, I could see in Fear. By the way, he's in Fear. I could see him dying. Who is this? Who the fuck is this? Listen, I know I love The Walking Dead. I'm having trouble identifying this person by their torso. Who is that? Well, this motherfucker's already dead too. He's definitely gonna die. Lads, I just have a feeling. Lydia might survive? She's scrappy. She's scrappy as all hell. I could see her surviving. Aaron might survive. I know he did get his surge in screen time over the last like season and a half or whatever, and I loved his little episode with Gabe. That was part of the bonus episodes. I loved that. I'm not all that worried. But hang on now, actually, that's bringing back thoughts of the trailer too. Gabriel was giving this big speech about like how people remember you or some shit. So actually, yeah, we're gonna move him down to definitely gonna die, because he gave this big speech about kind of being a good person and how people are gonna remember you, and I'm like, why would you give that unless you were gonna die? June from Fear the Walking Dead, probably gonna die. Dwight from Fear the Walking Dead, I don't know. He's, again, scrappy motherfucker. Morgan, I'm gonna say probably gonna die, because like he survived all the Walking Dead and he survived Fear up to this point too. So I don't see him escaping the show Fear the Walking Dead. I see him dying. Charlie from Fear the Walking Dead, definitely dead. She's dealing with, I don't know, is it radiation? I'm sure they explained it in Fear, but Fear is like, Fear is sometimes like Riverdale. Sometimes it's just so like, what? That you're just confused, that your ears turn off and then you forget what's just been explained. There's something going on with her. Is it radiation poison or some shit? Yeah, she wasn't looking so good last we saw her, so I'm going to say definitely going to die for her. Wendell, I'm going to say, I don't know. But I'm going to say death for you. Or maybe, probably death for you. She's already dead. She died and jumped on over to the boys. Al, did they say what was happening with Al, or did Al just kind of fuck off? Yeah, I think she left Fear, didn't she? I'm going to say she might survive. I think she's going to show up in like a later show, or maybe the Rick and Michonne show. Wasn't she dating someone that had a helicopter? Jadis, might survive. I know, like, I'm not talking about The Walking Dead. Like, she was in, what you call it, World Beyond. So I could see her popping up again in maybe the Rick and Michonne show. Popping up, just like, hey, I lay with you both after. Luciana, probably gonna die. I still don't know who Headless Man is. I'm gonna put him in, I don't know. This could truly go either way. That kind of looks like John Dory, vaguely. But my favorite gunslinger is super dead in Fear. Oh, this is a tough one. I'm gonna put you in. Definitely gonna die just for shits and giggles. Mercer, I'm gonna put in might survive, because I have faith there. I have faith that they're not going to kill him off. The Pumpkin Trooper he's been absolutely pumping iron in the gym. It would take, I think the only way that he could be possibly killed would be if he sacrificed himself for his sister, or like slipped and hit his head or some shit, because he's very smart. He knows how to play the system. He's been playing this place for a while. I don't see him fucking up accidentally and then being caught and killed. I don't see a Walker killing him because he's pretty used to like all that shit, so I could see him surviving. Oh my god, I've forgotten her name. All I keep thinking is Deanna. I don't think it is Deanna. What the fuck is her name? She's the one that was like, hey, can I have some of your records? And I'll give you a book? Or whatever the fuck that situation was. I'm gonna put her up in Might Survive. Because I could see, you could just see her popping up in another show like, Want to Trade? These two, I am not ashamed to say, I haven't an absolute notion what's going on with either of these two. First guy looks like the love child between Aaron and Negan in a very weird way. And the second dude, I guess, could be Heath because he's got the glasses. I'm just going to put them both in I don't know. Not because I don't know what's going to happen to them, but I simply don't know who they are. And yes, I could probably Google it and make it seem like I know who they are, but I'm drawing blanks here and it is what it is. So as it stands, that's the list. Do I still feel good about this? Again, it's not a test, but I still treat myself as if like you're going to fail. Are you wrong? Did you get that answer wrong? Yeah, upon further inspection, Jerry, my dude, come on down here. I have a feeling you're definitely going to die. We know the top row is making it out of the main show at least. 1000% because they all have spin-offs. Whether they're going to survive their own spin-offs, I don't know. Might survive. I think if they do kill Connie, they're going to have a fucking riot on their hands. Connie's a fan favourite. And like there is a fine line between fan service and catering to fans to the point where it's like it doesn't make sense. Like realistically, I adore Daryl. He's my favourite character probably from any show with the exception of Castiel from Supernatural. He is like one of my favourite characters ever. But like I don't know, I think Daryl, if they'd killed him off in season 6 or 7, well, I love the role that he's taken now, the whole Uncle Daryl thing with Judith and RJ. It is just so fucking wholesome and it just makes sense. But like his character did go stale kind of like continuously for a few seasons, but they didn't kill him off because they knew people loved him. They knew he was a fan favorite. Same as like with Rick and Michonne, when they left, they didn't kill them off because they were both fan favorites. They left it open ended. So Connie, I think that's why I have her in Might Survive, because I feel like, I don't know, I feel like they probably would let her live. I don't see them actually straight up killing her. But like if she survived the Walking Dead TV show, would they transfer her over to one of the spin-off shows? That I'm not sure of. I don't know if she'll live past the Walking Dead show, like if her character would be introduced to the other spin-offs. I think that's what I mean. I still feel pretty good about Lydia surviving. I feel like she will. I feel like Judith will. I feel like Judith's going to be that character that just fucking makes cameos everywhere she can in all the other shows. That totally makes sense. Aaron, I don't really feel great about him surviving. See, I think Al would survive. Obviously she survived Fear. I could see Al changing over to the Walking Dead, Rick and Michonne show. I could see her switching over to that because she's dating Year One. Her girl is Year One from the storyline. It's gonna be properly developed, I guess, in the Rick and Michonne TV show. Realistically, all of these characters should be in I don't know, with the exception of the top row. I'm going to move him on down to definitely going to die. Because, yeah. I'm really not feeling good about Judith, I have to say. I know I said it that I don't see them killing off another Grimes kid. And I don't see them killing off another Grimes kid. But the scenes where he was carrying her body were kind of mirrored the Beth scene. Where Daryl was carrying Beth out of the hospital. I'm like, oh. But then, for that exact reason, would they do that? Would they show us that if they were going to kill Judith? Because it's kind of obvious to show Daryl carrying her. He's carrying this body in his hands, and it's like, okay, fans would instantly go, oh my god, it's like when he carried Beth. So, oh my god, is the person dead? Is he carrying another dead, girl that he cared about? So sad. I don't know what they do that. I don't know what they give that away. Maybe she just got like hit in the head or shot in the leg or broke her fucking toe or something and he had to carry her. We'll leave her and I don't know. But yeah, I think that's how I feel right now. Who would I be maddest if they killed is a different question. I'm trying to do this diplomatically, in a way that makes sense. Actually, no, I could probably see her dying, actually. Bring her down. This isn't what I want, this is what I see happening, by the way. Yeah, I feel pretty good about this list. So let me know what you would have done differently, who you think is going to outlast the show. This is a bit of a dated one, actually, because, like, fucking, Your One is there, and we know she died from Fear. We know this poor son of a bitch is dead, so... But yeah, let me know what you would have done differently. It's so weird knowing that, like, in a few months you're not going to be able to do videos like this anymore because it's going to be over. I still haven't properly reckoned with that. Like I've said, I don't know how many times at this point now, the spin-offs, the show is going to live on. There's going to be the Rick and Michonne, the Daryl show, the Tales of the Walking Dead. So like there is still potential, there's still a lot going on, but it's still fucking, it just sucks that the main show's coming to an end. But I have serious high hopes for Tales of the Walking Dead. I am so excited for that show. So excited. I'm excited for the Negan and Maggie show too, and I am excited for the Daryl spin-off, but I'm most excited out of everything, probably Tales of the Walking Dead, the anthology show. It's just a fantastic idea. It's like What If, and I've said this before. The possibilities are endless because you can do any storyline, you can do anything, and it doesn't need to tie in with anybody. You don't need to make it make sense later on down the line. That's what's great about it. But that is it for this prediction video. Yeah, I find the tier lists are fun and they're easier to work with. They're trying to stay on topic. I'm an actual 5-year-old. I need pictures and like diagrams to complete a task. Okay. Like I said at the start of the video, the reactions for Tales of the Walking Dead will be starting whenever the episodes and show starts to air. The reactions will be starting. The more extended versions will be on Patreon with all my other shows. The link to my Twitter, Instagram, all other places you can find me is also down below. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you all soon.